Welcome, Gemini, to your February 2023 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings to all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comment section below. Make sure you put new subscriber before your question, and that way I'll know to give you a more in-depth reading, because I'm also opening it up for everyone else who has got a question. You can ask me, I'll give you a yes or a no answer or a short message that comes out for your question as I shuffle my cards and meditate on it. So remember, new subscriber, make sure you put new subscriber before your question. Everyone else, you don't have to subscribe, you can already be a subscriber, but just leave your question below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, this month I'm using a very old deck of cards, so please excuse the tatty look of these cards. These are my tarots that I use for my specific readings, and they're very old, and as you can see they've been worn quite well, but I was really drawn to use them because of the imagery. I will eventually get a new deck. I think these are the Mystic Tarots by Liz somebody. I'm so sorry, I don't know. But they're called the Mystic Tarots, and I will definitely get a new version. This is like a first edition, and I cherish these. But anyway, let's get into your reading. Now, Gemini, you start out the month with some pretty heavy energy. You start out with the Three of Swords here, and right below that is the Ten of Swords. So for some of you, I'm feeling like there has been a bit of a betrayal feeling that you've been carrying for a while. So whether you have been betrayed by someone, or there's some sort of heartache that you have also been carrying for a while. I feel like in February, you're going to be really making some choices to release some of this stuff that you've been carrying. And the fact that you've got the Ten of Swords here really does tell me that there is an ending to some of this harsh, negative kind of feelings that you've been carrying, and an end to a little bit of heartbreak here for some of you as well. But I feel like you are having to bring about these changes yourself, and you are going to be manifesting some of this change yourself. You're bringing it about. I feel like you're in a position in February where you are at a bit of a crossroad here, and you are going to be making some choices about which way to go. Now, this for some of you could have something to do with your work, your career, something that you are quite passionate about, your inspiration as well. But the beauty of and this is all coming through in the messages of the Two of Wands there, and the reason I like the Two of Wands so much for you is because this card says that there is no wrong choice here for you, Gemini. You are going to succeed no matter what. Whichever one you choose, it's going to be the right one for you. And you do have success here in that Chariot card, your final card there. But I feel like you are bringing about a lot of these changes. As I said, you've got the Magician card here. This is that card of manifestation. This is that card of you having everything you need in front of you and being that sorcerer, that one that takes everything that they need. If you look at the imagery on this card, in front of the Magician there, he's got the sword, he's got the wands, the pentacles, the cups. You've got the will, you've got the determination, you've got the intelligence, you've got the passion, you've got the heart to do this. Financially, I feel like you're okay. You can bring about any changes you want here as well. So for a lot of you, I feel like there could even be a move here, and you just know that where you are at the moment is not the right place for you anymore, and you're kind of over it and you are leaving. Now, for a lot of you, this could also have something to do with love, your relationships. I do see a Virgo here in the Hermit card. There is also a Pisces here as well, or a water sign, so a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But I feel like you are bringing about these changes, and you are going to be choosing to leave that heavy stuff behind you, leave that heartbreak, leave that feeling of betrayal or pain that you've been carrying in your heart for a long time, and really just move on to the next stage in your journey in life. I feel like you're going to be getting some really nice messages here as well. The Page of Cups, as I said, does represent a Pisces, or, because this is a general reading, a water sign here. But pages are messages or messengers, so I feel like you're going to be getting some really good news coming in here for you, and this is going to be quite uplifting for you. You're going to be either hearing from your angels, getting messages from your higher self here, but this can also just be beautiful, heartwarming, loving messages as well, coming in for you. Excuse me. Now, as I said, that 10 of Swords right beneath the 3 of Swords, this often is quite an ominous looking card. In a traditional deck, you'll see that figure laying on the ground with 10 swords driven into their back, and they're dead. But this says that things, particularly the 3 of Swords, right, because it is beneath that, above that 10 of Swords, is telling me that this situation that you've been carrying is dead, done, and over with. This heartache, this pain, this struggle. And this can also be some mental struggles. I feel like swords are all about the mind, your thoughts, your intellect. So for a lot of you, not only have you been carrying this emotionally, but carrying it mentally as well, worries, stresses. You are an air sign, Gemini, so you are you relate to the swords. Swords rule air signs, so you do worry. You have a lot of stresses and strains. You tend to more stress about stuff than become emotionally emotionally kind of caught up in things. It's more in your mind, in your thoughts. But this is really coming to an end, and I'm loving this for you. And I feel like the Hermit here is a card of solitude. I feel like you are choosing to go within a little bit in February and really think about where it is you are wanting to go here. The Hermit is right beneath that Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is that card of coming to a bit of a fork in the road and having to choose which direction you're going to go in here. And so the Hermit is saying that to me, you're going to be doing a little bit of soul searching. You're kind of going to be withdrawing here and contemplating about the right move for you to make in February. And, the thing with the Hermit card is, although the Hermit does retreat and sort of make decisions by going solo and thinking about things on their own, the Hermit holds a lantern, and in a traditional deck you will see that in that lantern is normally the star, and the Hermit is carrying that star around. So the Hermit has got this innate hope that he's carrying around, and I feel like you are really going to be grabbing onto that hope and basing your decisions on where it is you really want to go. Having gone through that dark night of the soul here, in a way, in that Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Hermit as well is kind of going within, and then so you can soul search and then transform and come out in that beautiful energy of the star. Now, the Eight of Cups here, you are really choosing to leave that heavy stuff behind you. You don't know where you're going in a way, but you know you're taking that leap of faith almost. The Eight of Cups is that card that really says we're moving on to something better. We don't know what it is, but we know that it is better than where we are, and we're going to make the decision to move forward. And you know, the Eight of Cups is right next to the Chariot. Chariot is that vehicle. You're moving forward. You are going away from all of this stuff that has been really quite heavy. As I said, heavy energy. That Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, you're leaving that behind. And there is a little bit of faith that is involved here. You know, that, as I mentioned, the Star card in the Lantern of the Hermit, that the Star talks about faith. And I feel like you are taking a bit of a leap of faith here. But I'm not feeling like you're out of control. This is you making the decisions to do this. This isn't like the Six of Swords where you're leaving because you're kind of forced to leave. The things are so tumultuous around you that you really have to leave to get to a better outcome for yourself. But in the Eight of Cups, this is you making the decision to do this. No one is forcing you to do it. You are creating the situation where you now can move on. And as I said, it seems like you're moving into a realm where you can't see where you're going. You don't know what the future holds. But I'm telling you, Gemini, if you do this, it is going to be wonderful. And there will be success here for you. The Chariot card is, as I said, it can literally just mean you are traveling. You are getting into a vehicle, a train, a plane, an automobile, whatever it is, and you are going away on a holiday. You're going and just having some time out, retreating, getting away from things that you've been carrying that have been heavy for you. But again, the energy of the Magician and the energy of the Chariot, both of these have that feeling of you being in the driver's seat in your own life here. The Charioteer is standing there pulling those two opposing forces, the white horse, the black horse. They're going in different directions and they're very powerful. But the Charioteer is there holding onto those reins and driving those horses in the direction that he wants them to go, and taking control of the situation. So I feel like you are really, this is a theme that is coming through here for you in February. But ultimately, that Chariot card does speak of success. So, and you are going to be getting some good news about some success that is coming in as well for you, just because that Page of Cups is right above the Chariot card. I feel like there is some wonderful, happy news coming in. And this could be to do with a romance. This can often be beautiful love messages as well for some of you, really supportive, emotional messages that are quite uplifting for you and giving you a lot of strength in a way. The Chariot is quite, in a sense, a very I was going to say a very strong card. It is a very strong card. It's a major arcana, so these talk about significant events. But there is a lot of strength within that Chariot card. As you can see, that charioteer, as I said, he has to have the strength to drive the vehicle that he's going in, the chariot, in the direction that he wants to. So I'm really feeling like you are harnessing a lot of this power, a lot of this success, a lot of this strength. Now, just on a side note, some of you could be buying a new car. The Chariot, that was coming through in the Chariot for me as well. You might be getting some news about a new vehicle that you are going to buy, or it has become available, or something like that. But obviously, not everyone's going to be in that situation. It's a general reading, so you take what resonates here, Gemini. But it is lovely energy. I am feeling like it is quite significant. 3 major arcanas here do tell me that February is quite a significant month, and you will be making some important choices to help move you forward in your journey down the road. Now, your final card from the Gateway Oracle deck here is Dwelling in Truth. And the affirmation on this particular card is, I stand in the light of truth. And the meaning of this card is, the soul loves the truth. Be honest with yourself and listen to your inner guidance. Follow it by speaking your truth. To thine own self be true. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. Sorry. The universe wants you to know there is a place inside of you that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic, or where you're not living in integrity, this is the time to make some changes. Wow, as I was reading that, Gemini, this is so connected with that Hermit card. This is talking about really being quiet, going to that quiet place, meditating, listening to the whispers of your soul, as it said. These are things that you are going to be contemplating in February, or if you're not going to be, you really need to think about it, because you're going to be getting a lot of these answers that you seek, particularly if you are faced with a situation where you're going to have to choose which direction to go in. You are going to be able to just go to that quiet place, meditate, relax, and let the answers come to you. Let them guide you. Let them tell you what actions you need to take. The Magician and the Chariot here, you are the one in control. So if you are unsure, listen to those messages that come through for you while you're in that Hermit energy, and allow them to guide you. Allow your angels, your soul, your higher beings, your spirit guides, whatever they are for you, your God, whatever, allow them to really guide you and direct you. Just because I feel like there are some important and significant decisions that you are going to be making to change and shift your situation in February. So we'll leave it there, Gemini. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. I hope that resonated with you. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading if you are a new subbie, or if you just want to ask me a question, by all means, feel free to do that as well. So have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.